I assume by we, you mean me. I'll have answers after I cut him open.
Charming.
Yeah, we're all meat, Castle. Get over it. What I can tell you is his teeth match the bite marks, and the blood on his clothes came from the victim. Kyle Jennings is your killer.
Well, the question is, who killed him?
Isn't that always the question?
Yes.
What is it, Castle?
No, I was just wondering. Before this man died, he was behaving exactly like a zombie. Is there any medical way to determine if he actually was one?
Why is he in my morgue? There are no zombies, Castle. This is a man. He was a live man. Now he's a dead man. End of story.
He's undead!
Castle, call for backup!
How do I?
Nine.
Is there a police code for zombie on the loose?
Perlmutter!
Good to see you. If only the feeling were mutual.
So, when was she killed?
Well, based on liver temp last night between 10 and 11 p.m. The bigger issue is how she was killed. Now, I believe death came by way of this rather fascinating small diameter puncture to her heart.
It's tabooed.
Oh, Castle, think, how would that explain the first-degree burns on the skin around the wound?
Well, that could be powder burns from a close-range gunshot.
Yeah, but the burn should have gunpowder stippling, particulate seared into the flesh. Not only that, there would be blood spatter.
So what caused the wound?
No clue. Never seen anything quite like it. I should know more once I get her on the slide.
Perlmutter?
Detective Beckett.
Perlmutter.
And I'm Detective Castle.
So do you have a cause of death?
It was a burn. A burn that penetrated tissue, muscle, and bone, leaving this perfectly cylindrical hole.
Well, what kind of burn does that?
Well, one created by high levels of infrared radiation. The blood vessels were cauterized from the intense heat.
Are you saying?
She was killed by a phaser?
Well, as much as it pains me, Mr. Castle is largely correct. She was killed by a high-intensity laser beam.
A real sci-fi murder
At a sci-fi convention.
This keeps getting better.
Detective Beckett. And Defective Castle.
So, Perlmutter, how was Val Butler killed?
It appears she died of heart failure.
At 27?
Did she have heart problems?
Well, she certainly did once it stopped beating.
What made it stop? Is it possible that she was poisoned or OD'd on drugs?
Nothing showed up on her blood panels.
What about what caused her,
Well, post-mortem contractions of the facial muscles are not unheard of.
You don't know what killed her?
I wouldn't say that.
Do you have a theory?
Not at the present time.
That means you don't know. And the only explanation is that Val faced something so scary it stopped her heart and froze her face in the last expression she had. Terror. Admit it.
All I'll say, Mr. Castle, is that for now, cause of death is unknown.
Unknown. Hear that? Not good.
What are you doing?
Checking my bucket list. So many things I can get done in 2 days. Can either one of you introduce me to Bill Shatner?
Let me caution you. This is not for the faint of heart.
For once, I agree with you.
What did this to her?
Could be anything from a crowbar to a box cutter. But they look like claw marks. I just can't tell what kind.
If it was an animal, wouldn't there be bite marks?
I might not find them until I do a complete exam and determine the exact cause of death.
Given the fact that we don't have a crime scene, is there any indication of where she was attacked?
No, but I can't tell you when. Based on the inflammation, I'd say the victim sustained her injuries 5 to 6 hours before she died.
While we figure out who she is, we'll find out how she wound up this way. What is she doing down here all dressed up? There's no nightlife in this area.
Their clothes are higher end. I'm guessing she's not a working girl. Looks like she was stabbed with a knife.
To the untrained eye, perhaps, but what you don't know about post-mortem analysis could fill a book, Mr. Castle. In fact, it has. Numerous times.
Fine. So, it was not a knife.
Wrong again. It was a knife, but stabbed implies the blade was thrust into the victim, whereas this wound was produced by it being hurled into her chest.
What is this, Last of the Mohicans? What kind of knife is it?
One with a hilt that matches these small bruises on either side of the wound. It killed her instantly, severing the left anterior descending artery.
Okay, so either that's the luckiest knife toss in the world.
Or she was killed by a circus knife thrower, like the great Throdini.
Just there's this one problem.
What?
How are you gonna help if Gates kicked you out?
I only let her kick me out because there was no reason to stay.
Oh.
She'll take me back. Captain Gates, I can personally vouch
I
for
am
that.
not interested, Mr. Castle, as you specialize in fiction. Let's say you happen to be in the area. How do you explain the fact that Maddox, the killer we're searching for, and the man who shot you last year, is the one lying there dead?
Bad karma.
What the hell is going on here? Whose junk is this, and what the hell is it doing in my precinct?
It's Castle's, sir.
Mr. Castle.
Sir, actually, it's a part of an ongoing investigation.
I don't care. I want it gone, all of it. Is that? Oh, it is. Do you know what you have? How rare that piece is?
Sir, are you a collector?
Ever since I was a kid, I have searched for years.
Well, search no more.
No.
Yes. It's yours.
Really? Well, I don't know what.
Say you'll accept.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Carry on.
It's, creepy. Very, very.
Mr. Castle, I decided to give Frozen Heat a read, and you know what? It's really a good book.
You liked it?
I loved it. Do you mind?
No.
I ordered the rest of the Nikki Heat series. And again, thank you for my Gemini collectible. I now have a complete set.
You see that? She loves me now.
This is it.
It's empty. Well, that can't be right.
Oh, sir, just
What the
breathe.
hell have you done?
I thought.
You thought what, Mr. Castle?
I just thought that Wendell would have hidden what he stole
It
inside the
wasn't
Gemini.
Wendell's, it was mine. I brought it in from home this morning.
All right, that's my bad. Wait, that means. Ah, here it is.
A USB drive and a glass eye?
I didn't see that coming.
Kirby made a full confession. He wrote an article about a recent mugging in the subway station and decided to kill Wendell there because he knew that the cameras wouldn't be working.
But the evidence that Wendell stole was still out there. So was his sister, Wendy. When she started poking around storage spaces, Kirby tracked her to the hotel and shot her.
Worthless bastard.
I'm sorry.
He took out their whole family. Good job, detective.
Thank you.
And she hates me again.
You know, I'm not always a fan of Mr. Castle's detective, but even I'm having trouble believing he'd do something so heinous. Well, Mr. Castle, it looks like you're off the hook. I've spoken to the DA, and they'll be dropping all charges.
Thank you, sir.
For this, at least. There's still the matter of your escape from custody. However, under the circumstances, I'm pretty sure you can negotiate down to time served.
Oh, Captain Gates.
Yes? What is it?
I just wanted to make sure that you got this before you took off for the holidays.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Castle. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
Please, just being here each day is a gift. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate all that you do. You and Detective Beckett.
Mr. Castle, I am on my way uptown to meet my mother-in-law to have tea and eat those tiny freaking sandwiches. So why don't you just say what's on your mind?
I'm just so worried about Detective Beckett. I mean, she works so hard. Don't you think she deserves a little holiday? Isn't there someone else who could take that Christmas Eve shift?
First of all, how I schedule my people is not your concern. Illegal search, breaking and entering. You're lucky I don't have your badge. And you, what in the hell do you think you were doing?
But all the evidence, the rug, the storage space.
Evidence? I just spoke to your alleged killer, Mr. Castle. He got that storage space at his ex-girlfriend's request. He was moving her belongings there, including her rug.
How do you know he's telling the truth? No one's heard from her.
We contacted her. She's fine.
What about the paint and the bleach?
He discovered mold and wanted to take care of it. Anything else?
Just...
Sir Castle is just...
Embarrassing me and the department? Oh, and Mr. Castle, your neighbor did say that if you bother him in any way, he will press charges. And I will be so happy to take you into custody, personally.
Well, whatever was going on, she clearly wanted to keep it under wraps.
Hey, uniforms just got a hit on the canvas from a pretzel vendor who saw Hannah. She was held hostage someplace in that building. Find out where.
Castle, let's go.
On my way. Oh, you got the wrong blazer there.
No, I don't. Let's go.
Is everything all right, Mr. Castle?
Castle! Come on! Castle, what's going on with you and Gates today?
What do you mean?
Seriously, Castle, what were you thinking?
I wanted to surprise you.
By putting my gift in Gates' blazer? Okay, I'm surprised.
Well, why do you and Gates have to wear such similar blazers?
Did you write a note?
Of course, I wrote a note. I'm a writer.
Was it romantic?
It's Valentine's Day, so yeah, it was romantic.
Did you put my name on it? Oh God, Castle, please, did you put my name on
I
it?
can't remember. I put my name on it. I know that much.
If Gates finds out that we're dating, then that's it. We're not going to be working together anymore.
Did you really think that I, of all people, would be okay with this?
No, I thought
You are beauty, passion, and fierce intellect. Be my Valentine, Rick.
Is that all I wrote in there?
Isn't that enough? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm a married woman.
I know. I just thought...
Is this some lame, harebrained scheme to garner favor with me?
Yeah. That's what this is.
Well, it backfired. And I am willing to forget that this ever happened if you assure me that you can tame your childish nonsense and accord me some respect.
I will. I can. I will.
And now I will go home to my husband because I'm his Valentine. You're saying she stole it?
A trusted therapist to A-list clientele. She was in the perfect position to work her way inside. She's Ocean's 11, minus 10. She's Ocean's 1.
Or maybe it's Ocean's none. I mean, Alice was successful. She's respected. She's at the top of her game. Why would she risk it all by stealing a diamond?
Which brings up another problem. I spoke to the boys in robbery and at the FBI. No one has reported a diamond like this stolen. Not just recently. Ever.
Then where did it come from?
And if it was stolen, why haven't the owners reported it?
What if it's because they couldn't afford to? Because the diamond has some kind of sordid past. Perhaps it's like the Hope Diamond. It's cursed. Or maybe it's an occult gem of great power. Smuggled out of Nazi Germany, shoved upside down.
Thank you, Mr. Castle.
Someone knows where it came from. Someone sent Barrett Hawk after Alice to get it.
Yes?
Can I expense this? Don't worry, I'll absorb that. That's what I... It's gonna be.
Ow! Mr. Castle!
Boring.
No, not at all.